that the Tea Party is basically a group of people, okay, who decide, okay, that they want the country to go in a certain direction, okay? And you will notice that they came into being right after the 2008 election. They came into being right after somebody started talking about we're going to have socialized medicine. Somebody talked about we're going to have a comprehensive medical care. Okay? Now, so the Tea Party says, look, notice that they say that the Tea Party is about 80% conservative, whatever conservative means. But basically they're Republicans. And basically what they're saying is that they're activists. Notice that activists make a difference. Okay? Activists change the direction of the political climate, and the political climate will affect the activists. That's what it does. Now, what happens is that you will see that the structure of our political organization keeps a lot of people from having a voice. When we talk about the Republicans and the Democrats, it stifles a lot of thinking. Okay? It means that many people, like you look at your other parties, don't have a voice in the political system. That's not to say that they're not heard. What it means is that they're not heard by the mass. That's not to say that the parties don't hear them. The parties hear them, but they want to squelch them while they usurp their idea. Now, what happens is that notice that the people in a multi-party system are more likely to find a party that represents their views. Okay? And that's the difference. Okay? Okay. And so, therefore, if a system represents your views, you're much more apt to vote. So you'll see that in many democracies, in almost all of them, there's a higher voter turnout than there is in our democracy. And one of the reasons may be because everybody can't get their voices heard. So they drop out. Okay? If you will look at page 440, okay, you can see the differences in how all of these political cultures, if you look at the United Kingdom and you look at Germany and you look at all the parties that they have running and how they all get representation, that does not happen in our society. Okay? Now, note something else too. For most of our history, most of the people have been denied the right to vote. Say this again. For most of the history of the United States, the people have been denied the right to vote. Okay? So that should tell you something. Okay? Because even when the founding fathers set up the system that we revere and say is so great, notice what the founding fathers did. First of all, they set up a system. Who could vote? Say this again. White what? White males. Okay? White males could vote. Not all white males. Okay? Because even though they destitute the states, they said white males that own property. So they almost looked at people who had something. When they talked about people to be president, when they started that, they started almost putting a dollar figure saying the president should have such and such, should be worth such and such amount of money. Okay? And so you will see that our founding fathers were real class people. They were class oriented. Okay? They would talk democracy. they weren't very much overwhelmed with it or overjoyed with democracy. That is why the electoral college is set up. The electoral college is basically set up so that the masses, it's one thing to have democracy, it's another thing to have democracy run rampant. Okay? And so what they did was restrict the vote. Why? Because only the educated and the people who own something have something to be concerned about. And you'll see that our country, and from inception, that's what was going on. Okay? Now, we want to talk all these equalities that they talk about, but that wasn't the equality that was necessary. And I will say something else. I think that was a picture called Lincoln that's in the theaters now. If you were to go see that picture, and don't just look at it for enjoyment, because it's not an enjoyable picture, okay? It's the kind of picture that shows you the kind of reeling and dealing that goes on behind in the doors of Congress, okay? And what people do and how people have to coerce people into doing things. The exact same thing goes on today. The exact same thing. And all you have to do is transport yourself from there to here. And you will notice that how many people, when the health care bill passed, how many of those people who voted for that bill lost their seats in Congress? Because they were forced into signing the bill. And then what happened is people like the Tea Party says, we're going to get it. And they got it. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at it, you look at the picture not just for what it says, but you look at it from a sociological standpoint. And you look at it from a political standpoint, and you will see that it says a lot. And you will see that, I was reading a book the other day, it said that, you know, that, well, it wasn't talking about the civil rights. Let me scratch that. Okay. But you'll see that those are the things that happen. So from that standpoint, you'll see that even the bill to pass to make slaves free, that passed by 1 or 2 votes. So it's only 1 or 2 votes.
He said 1 or 2 votes. That's it.
That's it.
Wow.
You know that we have never talked equality, but there's one thing between what is said and what the reality is. That's one thing we understand as you get older. That the ideal is here and reality is there. That's what we're talking about. That's what sociologists are talking about. Okay? And so what you see is that that goes on, and then again the political structure takes place, our plurality takes place, and the whole way shifts. And then notice it was at the time of the Civil War. And what they said is that the South was about to come back. And you see that, and by the way, that picture is said to be historically accurate. I mean, you know, they put fluff in it, but basically it's accurate. And you will see that the South was about ready to come back into the Union. And what happened in the picture is that Lincoln and the Republicans, that amendment, the 13th Amendment, was not a pass. It passed because the Republicans, and that's something you have to grasp, the Republicans and the Democrats are flip-flop back there. So the Republicans and the Democrats are flip-flop. So when they talk about the Democrats back there, they're really talking about you pulling into the days when they talk about the Republicans. And when they talk about the Republicans back then, when you pull it into the day, you talk about the Democrats. Lincoln was a Republican. Okay? And it was the Republican Congress that was pushing things through. And what happened is you'll see that in this process that if the South came back in, the reason he was putting in the 13th Amendment because he was trying to argue that if the 13th Amendment passes, the South will come right back in. because they know they would have lost the war. Because now all of a sudden everybody's free. And but the South was ready to come back in without that. And so he manipulated it so that they could not meet with him to say we really capitulated. He manipulates that. And then when they get up in the Congress, they start playing this thing. Well, we heard so and so and so and so, and he could say, well, I can honestly tell you that I have not met with any representatives here, and there's nobody in this state, or I guess it was Washington or wherever, okay? Because he left them someplace else deliberately, and that's when the vote goes out. And then you'll see the bending and the turning and the twisting, all of that going on. And I say, don't look at the picture in terms of just what the thing is. You know, you look at it from a sociological and a historical perspective, you see a completely different picture. Completely different. Pictures always do this for you.